Hey, good to see you again. Today we're diving into the legacies of some truly unforgettable female singers. We're talking about legends like Whitney Houston, the unforgettable Aretha Franklin, the powerhouse Tina Turner, the soulful Amy Winehouse, the rebellious Janis Joplin, and the classic Patsy Cline. But these are just a few names in a long list of trailblazers who shaped music history. This is the story of 40 most influential female singers who passed away. In the early 90s, Whitney Houston's star shone brighter than ever. Her role in The Bodyguard paired her immense vocal talent with acting, resulting in a cultural phenomenon. The soundtrack, led by her soaring rendition of I Will Always Love You, broke records, cementing her status as a pop icon. That song alone held the top spot for 14 weeks and remains one of the best-selling singles by a female artist. But the 2000s were tough on Whitney. Her struggles with addiction and a tumultuous marriage to Bobby Brown were public and painful to watch. Fans were heartbroken when she died at just 48 years old in a Beverly Hills hotel, an accidental drowning complicated by drug use. Whitney Houston was a legend with a voice that could move mountains. As Kevin Costner once said in tribute, "Whitney, you weren't just pretty, you were as beautiful as a woman could be. And people didn't just like you, Whitney, they loved you." May her soul rest in peace, her legacy forever remembered in the melody of her timeless hits. Billie Holiday, often called Lady Day, is an icon of jazz and pop music whose voice captured the soul of a nation. Born Eleanor Fagan in 1915, she rose from humble beginnings in Harlem nightclubs to international stardom, despite a lack of formal musical training. Her emotive voice and unique phrasing set her apart, creating timeless hits like God Bless the Child and Strange Fruit, a haunting protest against racial violence. Holiday's life wasn't easy. She faced racial discrimination, personal hardships, and battled substance abuse. Yet her resilience shone through in her music, touching countless lives. She once said, "I have to change a tune to my own way of doing it. That's all I know." Billie Holiday's legacy endures, a testament to her talent and tenacity. She was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2000, a fitting honor for a woman who changed the face of music. Rest in peace, Lady Day. Your voice still echoes in our hearts. Eva Cassidy's story is one of extraordinary talent and haunting beauty. Born in 1963 in Maryland, she spent her life perfecting her music, influenced by jazz legends like Ray Charles and Ella Fitzgerald. Despite her incredible voice, Cassidy remained a shy performer, often critical of her own work. Her journey into music began early, playing guitar with her brother in local bands. Though she took a detour to study art, Cassidy's passion for music never faded. She found her way back, recording with bands and eventually teaming up with producer Chris Biondo. Their collaboration blossomed, leading to performances in DC clubs and the creation of her acclaimed live album, Live at Blues Alley. In 1996, as her star began to rise, Cassidy was diagnosed with melanoma. Despite her battle with cancer, she continued to perform, delivering a poignant final performance with What a Wonderful World. Cassidy passed away later that year, leaving behind a legacy of soulful, genre-blending music. Her posthumous fame soared with the release of Songbird, a compilation that introduced her stunning voice to the world. Cassidy's rendition of Over the Rainbow remains one of the most moving tributes to her talent and spirit. Rest in peace, dear Eva. Your voice will forever soar.
When we walked in fields of gold. Singing in the sycamore tree, dream.
Cass Elliot, the soulful voice behind the Mamas and the Papas, left an indelible mark on the music world. Known for her powerful vocals and captivating stage presence, Cass was in London, basking in the success of her solo performances, when tragedy struck. On July 29, 1974, she was found in her hotel room, having succumbed to heart failure. Despite wild rumors, it was clear her body had endured too much. Cass was more than just a singer. She was a trailblazer who broke barriers and inspired countless women to embrace their talents unapologetically. Her rendition of Dream a Little Dream of Me still haunts the airwaves, a testament to her enduring legacy. Rest in peace, Cass. Your voice continues to echo through the ages, reminding us to dream a little dream of our own.
You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough.
Tammy Terrell knew she was destined for music. Starting with church performances and school talent shows, she launched her career with Scepter Records at just 15, releasing If You See Bill in 1960. By 18, she was touring with James Brown before signing with Motown in 1965, thanks to Berry Gordy. There she found her musical soulmate in Marvin Gaye. Despite suffering from severe migraines, Tammy's spirit remained unyielding. In 1967, she collapsed on stage into Marvin's arms, and soon after, she was diagnosed with brain cancer. She continued recording and performing when possible, releasing her solo album Irresistible in 1969. Tammy's life was tragically cut short in 1970, but her legacy lives on through timeless duets and the indelible mark she left on Marvin Gaye's career. Her courage and talent are remembered fondly, and Ain't No Mountain High Enough still resonates, celebrating the heights she reached despite all odds. Rest in peace, Tammy. Your music still climbs those mountains.
If you got leaving on your mind.
Patsy Cline's voice was like honey drizzled over a gravel road, smooth yet, with an edge that spoke to the heart. Born Virginia Patterson Hensley, Patsy's journey from a small-town girl in Winchester, Virginia, to a country music icon is nothing short of inspiring. She grew up in a house without running water or a kitchen, yet her voice had the power to transform her humble beginnings into something magical. In 1957, her performance of Walkin' After Midnight on Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts catapulted her into stardom, proving that talent could break any barrier. Patsy's resilience and spirit shone through her music, touching countless lives. Her hits like Crazy and I Fall to Pieces remain timeless, echoing her legacy in every note. Tragically, Patsy's life was cut short in a plane crash on March 5, 1963. Yet, even in death, her influence only grew. Inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1973, she remains a guiding star for many female artists who followed. Rest in peace, Patsy. Your music lives on. Amy Winehouse wasn't just another name in the music industry. She was a force of nature. Her voice, raw and soulful, carried the weight of her experiences and spoke directly to the hearts of her listeners. Amy's unique blend of jazz, soul, and rhythm and blues set her apart, making her a beacon for others battling their own demons. Her life was a whirlwind of fame and turmoil, played out under the relentless gaze of the paparazzi. Yet, despite the chaos, Amy's music remained her anchor. Tracks like Rehab and Back to Black weren't just hits, they were anthems that resonated with anyone who had ever felt heartache or defiance. Amy's style was as iconic as her voice. Beehive hair, bold eyeliner, and tattoos that told stories of their own. She paved the way for future female artists to be unapologetically themselves. Her influence is evident in the work of countless musicians who followed in her footsteps. Tragically, Amy's life was cut short at 27, but her legacy endures, not just in her music but in the raw honesty she brought to it. She once said, "I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good." But to her fans, she was so much more than her troubles. Rest in peace, Amy. Janis Joplin's voice was raw, unfiltered, and full of soul, exactly what made her a legend. But her time was tragically cut short. Janis passed away in her hotel room at the age of 27. Known for her powerful performances and rebellious spirit, she was a symbol of the counterculture movement of the 60s. "Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose," she once sang. Rest in peace, Janis. Your music lives on.
Preacher's son, when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When we gathered...
Dusty Springfield was a true trailblazer in the world of British music. With her rich, soulful voice and dynamic stage presence, she carved out a unique niche, blending the sounds of Motown with her own distinctive style. Her hit singles like Son of a Preacher Man still resonate, bringing back the era of the swinging 60s. Beyond her chart-topping songs, Dusty was also a passionate promoter of the Motown sound on her TV shows, sparking a love for soul music in the UK that endures today. Her legacy is not just in her music, but in the way she broke barriers and influenced countless artists. Dusty made us feel every note, every lyric, fans often recall. Rest in peace, Dusty. Your voice still echoes through time. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the legacies of these incredible female singers who have left an indelible mark on music history. We hope you enjoyed revisiting the stories of these 40 influential women and celebrating their contributions to the world of music. If you loved this tribute and want to stay updated with more stories of legendary artists, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Join our community as we continue to honor the voices that have shaped our lives and continue to resonate with us all.